painted in a corner with nowhere left to go. Every step just circles back to what I already know.
Hey, welcome back, my penny-pinching prophets of precariousness, my rent-ravaged record-keepers of reality, and my balance sheet balladeers of bare survival. Hobo Yeti here, still scribbling numbers on the backs of receipts, still punching at a calculator that only knows subtraction, still tallying up a survival equation that never balances the way the optimists want it to. People love to drop into the comments with the same tired refrain, "Just get a job." As if employment is a magic wand that erases years on the street, conjures up good credit, and convinces a landlord to overlook the missing rental history. It's not. A lot of homeless folks already work, part-time or full-time, and they're still sleeping in tents, cars, or shelters because wages don't match the costs. Even if you beat the odds and scrape together the money for move-in, the hunt for a room is its own circus. It's not just about money, it's about rules. You'll find the vegan household that insists you live by their diet, or the free spirit who's naked in the living room and wants you to be cool with it, or the jam house where instruments play at 3 a.m. The miracle isn't just affording rent, it's finding a living situation you can tolerate. But let's be generous and imagine you find one. So here's the ideal scenario. You land a job at Portland minimum wage, $16.30 an hour, 40 hours a week. After taxes, about $2,080 a month. You find a room for $800, not the $1,200, which is the norm, and the landlord only wants first month and deposit, $1,600, not the usual first, last, and deposit. You keep all your hours. You don't get sick. You don't miss work. This is the most generous math possible. 1. Rent and move-in. $800 a month in rent is nearly half your paycheck. That's assuming you're one of the lucky few who gets all bills paid. More often, utilities aren't included, and you're shelling out deposits just to turn the lights on. Even with all bills paid, you're paying for it in the rent. Landlords don't eat the cost, they bake it in. And don't forget, if the place doesn't have Wi-Fi, tack on another $50 a month, which means your budget phone at $50 is suddenly $100 because you'll chew through data and end up parking at Walmart to download Netflix shows before the cap runs out. 2. Food and survival. $400 a month used to buy plenty. Now it buys survival fare, boxes of cereal, oatmeal, cheap pasta, hamburger helper, dented pantry cans. This isn't a menu, it's a ration list. And when you're working full-time, you lose EBT, so every bite comes out of your paycheck. Add the vending machine bleed, chips, sodas, snacks to get you through a shift. $2 or $3 a day adds another $60 to the monthly tally. 3. Staying connected and mobile. Phones aren't optional. $50 for a prepaid plan with 3 gigs of data and unlimited calls. If Wi-Fi isn't included in the rent, double that. You can answer calls, you can text your boss, but streaming, forget it. You ration your scrolling the same way you ration food. Transit isn't cheap either. Around $100 a month if you're working 5 days a week. And while the buses and Macs run late in Portland, the real tax isn't availability, it's time. To get to a job 9 or 10 miles away, you're taking 2 buses, maybe a Max, then another bus. An hour each way, easy. 2 hours a day just to show up. Add that to your workday and you're giving away your life by the bus schedule. 4. Presentable enough to work. A haircut is $25, Supercut's price. Not a style, not vanity. Just the minimum required to not look like you've been living in a tent for 3 years. Employers notice the shaggy white hair before they notice your resume. Clothing bleeds another $100 every month. Thrift store basics get you partway, but boots, raincoats, and jackets are survival gear in Portland. The rain chews through cheap shoes in weeks. And if your boots fail midwinter, you don't wait, you buy. Laundry stacks, 40 more, 10 a week at the laundromat for wash, dry, soap. Try skipping it and see how long you keep a job. 5. Household and health. Toiletries, $20 for shampoo, soap, denture cream. Toilet paper, 15. Cleaning supplies, 15 more for sponges, dish soap, bathroom cleaner. These things might sound small, but without them, daily life turns foul fast. They're the quiet costs of keeping up appearances, of pretending you're normal. Over-the-counter meds are where age shows its price. When you're young, maybe aspirin gets you through. At 56, it's a shelf. Omeprazole for heartburn, magnesium for cramps, vitamin D and B to keep your body moving, antihistamines for allergies, caffeine pills to push through the fatigue, cold medicine for the inevitable winter knockdown. $50 a month just to keep from crumbling. 6. Small comforts and replacements. $15 for Netflix or Prime. Call it survival, not luxury. Even the most stripped-down life needs some distraction or the walls close in. Then there's the replacements. $50 for whatever breaks next. Umbrella left on the bus, charger chewed by the cat, boot split, mattress hissing flat. You don't know which it'll be. You only know it's coming. 7, the tally. By the end of the month, the math lands at around $1,800. Out of your $2,080 paycheck, you've got a cushion of $280. That's it. $280 to cover every surprise, every sickness, every missed shift, missed 2 days of work, cushion gone, hours cut by 10, cushion gone, boots and phone both die in the same week, cushion gone. This isn't budgeting, this is gambling with your life as the chips. So that's the ideal math, the version where everything goes right. And here's where it gets personal. I'm 56 years old. I've been living in a tent for 3 years. I have white hair and I look like it. Nobody's lining up to give me a job. And even if they did, I can't keep up with the younger folks anymore. I can't stand on my feet for more than 4 hours without having to crash the rest of the day. I can't work call centers because they wreck me with anxiety and depression. The only jobs I could even hope to hold are the ones where I'm already at a disadvantage. So where does that leave me? Even in the ideal math, I can't work the hours needed to keep the numbers balanced. And even for someone younger, stronger, and luckier, that $280 cushion isn't a cushion. It's a joke. One sick day, one cut shift, one slip, and the whole structure collapses. Rent still comes first, so you cut food. Then you cut clothes. Then you're back on the edge again. The math only works on paper. In life, it doesn't hold, and that's why I put energy into this channel. YouTube has potential, and it's work I can actually sustain. If I could pick up a few hours a day, part-time, and still create, maybe the numbers would make sense. But the bigger question lingers. Is it really about helping me survive? Or do people and the government just want me to have any job, even if it doesn't solve anything? I hope your road is a good one. And if you're homeless, I hope it doesn't suck for you. And remember, rent is a subscription you can never cancel. Peace.